Okay, so the last part of this tutorial is going to be the final stretch when you have a suit back and you need to go kill Mecha Ridley. It's not too complicated. There are a few parts that could be made more complicated than it needs to if you want to save time. But overall it's pretty simple. It's sort of scary though because pirates do a lot of damage. And getting hit a couple of times might kill you. So if you're unsure about this, like this part of the game, it's going to be pretty scary. Like you might die. But I'm going to try and show you ways to avoid that. So let's get started. First of all, remember to dismiss this text box. It doesn't go away by itself. I've done that mistake other times. Then we just space jump up to this thing and go in as a morphle. Yep. You can start charging your beam already. Like as a ball, you can like plan a bomb or whatever and start holding B. You want to have a charge beam in the next room. You can also start charging when you fall down here. It's like it's up plenty of time. But you want to have a charge beam ready for this next room to kill these pirates. If you don't, you can like still kill them, whatever. But it's a bit more tight. Like you need to actually time things. The charge beam is free. Charge beam kills both of them. Absolutely so. Coming up, there is a pirate here. He could be on the left. He's on the left sometimes. That happens if you slow down pretty much. If you're too slow, he'll jump down here. If you from the time you're entering this room, you hold right, he will always be on the right side every time. So if you just hold right and don't get hit by another pirate, he'll be on the right side every time. That's why the charge beam is pretty important, because it allows you to not stop consistently. I have supers equipped now, which is bad. We need to have normals equipped. This usually doesn't happen. I don't something weird about how I did Mother Brain that makes my supers be equipped already. But I need to switch them. Then all of these are missile blocks. Just shoot whichever, preferably as far to the right as possible. But like either is okay pretty much. Like you want to hit that. That's optimal, but even that's fine too, and like even that's fine. So just like aim down here and shoot. If you do not have 6 supers yet, or if you like feel like having more supers for, like if you want to be safe against mecha or something, you can grab this super pack. These are speed blocks. If you don't feel like grabbing that, you just run like normally. Shoot this block, get up there, do this properly. Shoot this block, get up, and like keep running. Space jump up here. Nothing special. If you want to grab those, you need to get some space here. Not too much, like over here is fine. To get through here. Like it's sort of like when you're at speed booster. Also try to hit that block up here before you get speed booster going. It's like not too important, but it helps. If you grab this, you might want to. I accidentally put L on autofire. You might want to grab a Shine Spark and Shine Spark into the slope. It is marginally faster, sort of, than not doing it. Like it's faster than doing this. But there is a way. There is a way to speed that up if you're gonna be really fancy. If you let it go, like when you're in speed booster, she slides. Like she doesn't slide even if you try to turn around. She'll complete the entire slide before she stops, which is really annoying. In order to stop that, you can jump. It is a bit hard to do here. Like you can do that, I guess. That probably works as well. That's probably also fine. And then get up here normally. You can actually charge a Shine Spark, but if you're charging a Shine Spark, you might as well use it here because it's already going to be faster. The major problem with doing a Shine Spark is that you have to crouch here. That's the major part that like makes this sort of lose time against optimal movement otherwise. You can also, while sliding, press the direction you're going. So like, I'm holding right, then release right and press right again, and you'll start moving normally. I'm doing that should be, like that be, I'm not sure if this is faster than jumping is. But it's sort of hard to jump and still hit all the blocks. Like if you jump, there's a chance, I'm trying to time this, there's a chance that you might not break all the blocks. This is hard. Like that. That's super annoying because I had to jump out and like or whatever. But you can totally like start rerunning. So just hold right and like re-tap right again and you start running normally. I'm pretty sure that's in theory the fastest, but it's sort of hard to make it fast. No matter what you decide to do, it's just like again, I would recommend Shine Sparking if you're unsure. Shine Sparking is plenty fast. Anything else is just like it's frames, like maybe 4 or 5 frames faster if you're doing it optimally to do other movement options. But you don't need more than 6 supers. So if you already have 6 supers, you really don't need that super tank. Again, it's if you're unsure. It's if you're feeling like, oh, I might need some security, like some like extra safe supers against mecha or something. Feel free to grab them. Or if you're at 4 down, if you're on a route that only grabs 4 supers before Turian, this is the super miss to grab to get you up to 6. 6 is what you need to kill mecha. Mecha dies to exactly 6 super missiles. But no matter what you do, you get up here. Stop doing this door, like preferably doing the first half of the door. Like as soon as the transition starts, stop moving, and then you shoot a missile straight down to get down here. These are screw attack blocks. There's a lot of things in Chozodia where like there are hidden blocks like this that you'd have to destroy normally, and then like in order to not have screw attack, there are like secret passages. There's a lot of that in Chozodia, so just keep that in mind. Be ready. We'll go through that. We'll go through all of them now. But try to stop. If you stop late, you won't fall down here. You won't be in sync with the block. But if you stop early on in the transition, you will. So try to do that. And then another missile in this block. Fall down here and unmorph immediately. After we pass this platform, fall all the way to the right. There's nothing more on the right stopping you. And then you can do this a number of ways. You want to hit this missile block. You want to hit this missile block. But occasionally there's pirates down here. Like there's that one pirate I just killed. There could be another one right down here. So it's sort of random-ish. And they could definitely be blocking this missile block, which makes it really annoying to get down here. One way to solve this is to just shoot like a ton of missiles. I usually shoot 4 missiles and mash my beam so that no matter what happens, all the pirates die. There's also merit to shooting 1 missile, then turning around to like hit farther to the left. This is more likely to hit the pirates. This is way more useful if you have long beam, but it's still pretty okay with short beam. I will still probably shoot like 3 missiles or something to kill. A pirate takes 2 missiles to kill. They die from plasma beam really quickly, but they take 2 missiles to kill, and they never drop anything. Like they cannot drop anything ever, so never expect them to drop anything. But yeah, the standard way is just shoot a bunch of missiles and start spamming beam. With the normal route of 50 missiles here, that's fine. We have plenty of missiles for other things, so you can waste those without problems. If you have less missiles, if you're doing like some sort of low percent thing, or if you're doing any route that uses 40 missiles, you might want to conserve them, and in that case you might even want to like have a charge beam here or something, and then shoot a missile. I don't know, like I haven't really researched those situations, but shooting a lot of missiles and then shooting your beam usually clears this in like 95% of the cases. Just clears this and let you fall down. So that's what I do. Down here you need to be a morph ball to keep moving. So try to morph like right before you land, to not bounce and like to be the fastest possible. Once down here, it's really hard to see where you are. You can, like, there's a little tiny thing here that you can see where you are, but it's really hard to follow, especially when you're moving. So a thing you can do to keep track of where you are is plant a couple of bombs. Like, plant them sort of slowly because you actually need bombs over here. And if you plant all 4, you can plant new ones. I accidentally did a spring ball on them. I like to plant like 2 or 3 bombs to keep track of where you are. Don't worry about the pirates; they won't catch you. You have plenty of time. The pirates are crawling. Like, pirates crawl really slow. Once on this end, you just like spring ball and place a bomb. Or if you don't have a spring ball for some reason, you can use a bomb dome to get up there. But you should have a spring ball. Then just spring ball up here after the bomb's broken, or after the block's broken. Nothing interesting. Stay in ball for this because we want to blow up this bomb block here. Again, this is a bunch of screw attack blocks. There you can. And this is also a bunch of screw attack blocks you can take. So we have to take this hidden path below them. And these are a bunch of screw attack blocks, but this is a bomb block that we can get through. So go all the way through here. You don't have to freeze the pirate, but I think it shuts off the alarm, which is a good thing. I think the alarm might shut off by itself there. No, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I usually kill the pirate, but it's not a requirement. If you feel even more starved for supers, there's a super you can grab over here as well, to put you up to even more. This is slower than the other one. So this is just if you're using a 4 super route in Turian and still want 8 supers, you can grab this one. Or if you like really want 10 supers, you really don't need 10 supers. But if you want them, it's here to grab. It's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. Otherwise, just fall down here, like space jump up here. Try to not land anywhere. Try to morph mid-air here. It's a bit difficult. It's a bit like there's sort of a lack of space, but it's very possible still. So go through here, fall all the way to the left. You don't have to kill an eye either. That's something I decided to do. Pretty sure you don't have to kill this eye. It doesn't shoot you. But if you want to, you can kill it by shooting straight down. It's fun. Go in here, kill this pirate, go all the way to the left, hitting combo blocks. Start falling to the right. This pirate will never bother you, he'll jump up on the wall like an idiot. But you can kill him anyway if you want to. This part is a bit tricky. I don't know how to do this properly. I don't know if there is a proper way to do this. You want to get a speed booster going, but the pirates are in the way, and without all the beam upgrades from 100%, like we only have the absolute required ice beam and no other, like, and plasma. Those are the only required beams to get, and we don't get any of the optional beams at all. So with wave or with long, that corridor is a lot easier. But with the beams limited as they are, it's sort of like it's not consistent killing this pirate in time, and you might run into him when he's frozen. It's really annoying. If you don't get a speed booster going, that's not a big deal. You can just, like, it's only a minor thing. You want to jump up here anyways. Like, you don't use the speed for anything except for going fast. Like, it doesn't change anything, you just go up here anyway. But you still want the speed booster because it's gotta go fast. And anyway, you jump up here. Like, speed booster or not, you jump up here. You can try charging your beam right now to kill the pirate in the next room. Oh, pirate massacre. But you fall down and just, like, hold to the right. None of the pirates in that room is going to get you. And in this room you can kill this pirate with a charge beam. Like, you can just release the charge beam during the door and kill the pirate. You don't have to turn around and kill this pirate behind you in order to open the gate. But it's pretty much like, have a charge beam ready, kill, turn around, mash shot until it dies, and then start running right. And we run right for a couple of rooms until we get here. There are a couple of different ways, like two, I guess, different ways to do this. You can either shoot this block normally, like just diagonally, and then do a jump into morph, or you can just, like, charge a Giant Spark. We're not gonna use this Giant Spark, but, like, whatever. If you speed booster into the block, we'll pick it as well. So something to keep in mind here is that we actually want the alarm to be running in this room, because when the alarm is running, this first pirate stops earlier. Like, he stops farther to the right, which is very useful to us right now. I need to. Yeah. So we want to get this pirate to actually see us before we freeze him. If we freeze him right away, he won't see us and the alarm won't go off. Now I didn't time that right, but if we do this fast enough, he won't see us and the alarm doesn't go off. And this pirate is way closer. So we have to unmorph and kill him right away. Which is annoying because we want to go up. We want to go past... we want to go past this thing up here, and if we jump earlier, we're not passing it, we're, like, hitting the ceiling for, like, 1 or 2 jumps, which wastes time. So we want to be caught. So just freeze him late. Don't kill him though. If you kill him, the alarm shuts off, or it doesn't. Okay. So just hit him late. Just make sure to hit him after he sees you, and this part will be farther away and you can be in time. Like, otherwise he's all the way over here and we have to jump on a couple of extra times, which is annoying. Keep that in mind. And just space jump up here, nothing tricky. Keep running to the right. You can shoot your beam a bit if you want, like, just to have fun, but you don't have to. You get speed boosted before this pirate. The pirate behind you will never catch you. This pirate will die to speed booster, so you don't have to shoot your beam at all, but it can be fun to just, like, then we do a speed booster here. A lot of people have decided to do some charge beam shenanigans during this speed booster, where if you have a charge beam charge when you do your shine spark, you still have the like charge beam graphic going up. Looks pretty cool. A lot of people do that for no real reason, me included. Like I do it because it's fun. It actually wastes time. Because what you want to do in order to be as fast as possible is to jump here. You want to jump up there. Unless you can do this Shine Spark perfectly. If you can charge this right like that, that's faster. That's the fastest. But it's a bit hard because it's like right at the wall. And you absolutely have to miss that platform, so it's a bit tricky to get the exact spacing. So if you're charging like a block, like half a block to like a block and a half away from the wall, you want to jump up to the wall. You don't want to run up to the wall, you want to jump up to it. Because jumping is still pretty fast going upwards. Like one jump is pretty fast. Space jumping is slow, but doing one jump is pretty fast. So that's the vertical space you're gaining is more valuable than the slightly slower horizontal speed when jumping. So I do it once. It's like there's a lot of people. I like doing it so the charge beam isn't fully charged, so it's like looping the charge animation was going up. But if you want to go fast, you want to jump here. After the like charge beam or not, when you get up here, you just hold left. You should be looking to the right, and then hold left, and you'll ledge grab this edge. If you climb up this ledge and just run to the left, the pirate is going to shoot the floor for you, which is very handy. Because this floor has to be broken by bombs, and pirate shots count as bombs for some reason. Some as a shot do not. So if I wanted to break this, I'd have to morph and plant a bomb and fall down and stuff. It's really not something you want to do. So just let this pirate destroy things for you and jump up here. It's wise to freeze this pirate, but not necessary. Like you can avoid it if you want to. You also don't have to land on him. I don't think landing on him is technically faster, but it feels nice. Screw the pirate. I like freezing him. I'm pretty sure it's not actually faster. I think it's just safer because this guy is so annoying. That's just for safety reasons. This room, nothing special. Fall down, open this door. This room is a bit special though. And I want to go through this. This room has a bunch of these bamboos or atomics. I think there is a very similar enemy in Metroid Prime which is called a bamboo, so we call them bombs. So a lot of people call them bamboos, but they're actually called atomics, I think. They're really annoying. Pirates aren't an issue. They're too slow to catch you here. You can just space jump through everything. If there was only pirates, you could just space jump through the entire room, no problem. But since the bamboos want to shoot like electricity everywhere, they're gonna like hit you and disrupt everything and be in the way and be annoying. So the bamboos are a much bigger problem in this room. There are a couple of ways through this room with varying risk of what you're gonna do. The oldest way is just to jump over here and then like try to avoid or take any hit that we get and like do the best we can to get through here without dying. That was the really old way. One thing I found and I've been using for a long time and like no one else really wanted to do this was to go this route. Where like you fall down, land on this thing, run. Do a space jump here to land in this thing and run over here and jump up over here. That's what I did for a long time. It avoids most, like pretty much every bamboo except the last one is effectively avoided by this. The last one can still be an asshole. So that's, I feel that's very safe for people to do. I know other people went down here, I think. Like, they went further down than me. I don't remember the exact place. I think all the way down here. Something like this. I think that's slightly faster, but it involves one more, like this bamboo as well. So it's more risky. So both of those are fine if you want to do them. We sort of recently-ish, I mean it's not really recent anymore because it was like a year ago now. But we found, apparently after 10 years of the game's life, that if you charge your beam, bamboos are attracted to you. While you're charging your beam, bamboos are like drawn to you. The interesting thing about this is that while the bamboos are being drawn towards you, they can't shoot their electricity. That's really the most useful part of it. So we can use this to our advantage. It's really easy in 100% because we have screw attack. So we can just charge our beam and jump through here and all the bamboos are going to die to screw attack. If we do it now, though, they're going to run into us, which is not optimal. But there are ways to manipulate them in order to not do that. So what you do is jump up, and right before landing on this edge, like as soon as you get up above this edge, you shoot a beam and start charging, and keep going to the right. And what you get like here above this part, right before colliding with this bamboo, you release your charge beam, either by shooting, which is fine, or by pressing R. Pressing R will automatically like dissolve your charge beam. It doesn't shoot anything, it just disappears. Which is what we want in this case. We don't actually want to shoot anything, we just want to stop charging. So either of those are fine. I like pressing R because it looks cleaner. But that doesn't mean anything really. You can do that as well. And start charging right away to stop this last bamboo from charging its electricity. This seems to be mostly okay. And you want to release the final charge beam right before falling down here. I forgot to charge again. And then jump. That should be. It's, from what I've been testing, this is almost perfectly consistent, but not quite perfectly, but almost. Like there are very rare circumstances where doing this charge still has the guy on the right here shooting electricity right at you from like the entire room, but it's super rare. So for most cases this should be fine if you do it properly. The hardest part is getting, like this is easy, the hardest part is not getting hit by this second to last bamboo. You sort of have to time the release of the charge beam pretty well. But this is consistent, as far as I know. It's almost perfectly consistent. So if you can start doing this, that's well. It should also be faster than any of the quote-unquote safe routes going through the bottom. So if you can learn this, absolutely do this. Yeah, manipulating the second to last bamboo to not hit you is tricky. It's not super hard, but it's a bit tricky. It's like timing is weird because now like how he's going to the right and stuff. You have to release the beam super late, as late as possible, so he starts going to the left again for some reason. So that should solve that room. This room is nothing special, just keep running. This room is only slightly special. You want to like place a bomb, turn around, kill the pirate. You can place it on the ground if you want to. It's whatever. I am bad at morphing on the ground now because I'm morphing normally so much. Then spring ball up and place the second bomb. Spring ball up and oh, you actually need to kill the pirate. This is annoying because the door is blocking the pirate, so you can't tell. But once the gate disappears, spring ball up, plant the second bomb, and run through the rest of the room. In this room, we want to freeze this guy. You can alternately kill him, but it makes it harder to get up here. I would suggest just freezing him. And then there are 3 missile blocks here that we need to destroy. Again, here are some screw attack blocks which we can pick. There are a lot of places where screw attack would speed things up, but not enough that it's worth grabbing. So we freeze him, shoot the missile block, jump up. In the middle of a jump, try to freeze him. It's not necessary, but it makes it a bit more consistent. He might start chasing you otherwise, depending on how fast you are. So I prefer freezing him. Then shoot either of these missile blocks, and this pirate is more than likely going to be right on top of that block when you blow it up. See, that's the problem with not freezing him. So just shoot like two normal beams straight up after shooting the missile to kill him. I want to freeze this guy. And then be on your way. These are bomb blocks, so it's possible to like plant a bomb here. I guess it's possible if you freeze him too. That sounds interesting. I don't have my save left though. No, I don't. I erased my save like an idiot. Like, it might be possible to do something with bombs there, but we haven't figured anything out, so going up through the missiles should be faster. This room doesn't have to be anything special. It can be if you want to be fancy, but the easiest way is just to just do what I'm doing here. Jump up here, freeze him, stand on him, shoot 2 shots straight up, because there is going to be a pirate here. Almost all of the time. Like, he's right there. He stopped now because, of course, when I'm trying to show things. I guess if you fast, he stops before he gets to you. It seems to do it pretty consistently. So I guess this might be a thing, but you have to do it really fast and like get a charge beam there. Like, that's possible if you're fast. If you want to be more safe, you can freeze him, shoot 2 ice beam, like 2 beams straight up to kill him, and then keep going. But a more fancy way to handle this is to manipulate the pirate to be all the way. I couldn't even do it. To manipulate the pirate to be all the way on the right, which is a bit awkward, but it's very possible to like make sure he's going to be far to the right. What to do is you have to, after passing this thing in the back, like this beam in the background, like once Samus has passed this, like about at this position, you want to do a full jump into this platform, and then after that do a space jump up to this platform. I don't know why this works. I spent like a good few hours trying to figure out why this does what it does, but it makes the pirate like on the top like stop for a second and makes sure he's on the right. If you do it properly, you have to jump kind of late. I don't understand why this works. I've tried to figure out why this works. I don't know, but it absolutely does. If you jump at the proper position, he will stop and give you space enough to jump up here. So both of these are fine. They're both fairly precise for different reasons. Like, you just have to be really fast to do this. To do this properly, and you just have to hit a sort of specific jump here to get that. But if you want to do neither, just freezing him and doing that is pretty fast. Like, it only wastes at tops a second. It should be more like half a second. So, oops. keeping on here, you can shoot this door diagonally if you really want to. It's sort of tight. It's like a 2-frame window. It just looks cool. It doesn't save any time. And in any percent, we sort of have a limited amount of missiles, so you might actually waste things. But if you want to be fancy, you can hit this diagonally. Otherwise, like, just run. It doesn't help at all. You can just shoot the door later. In this room, you can jump up here using 2 very precise space jumps. Like if you do 2 perfect space jumps, you can get up here without grabbing the ledge. Which that should be the fastest way of doing it, but it's actually pretty hard to get space jumps that perfectly. If you're really good at space jumping, you might want to try it, but it's sort of hard. If you're not interested in trying, you can either do like grab the ledge after 2 space jumps, or you can do 3 quicker space jumps. Get up here. All of these are valid. This should be the fastest though. There's two full ones, but it's hard. Like so, that's for sure the fastest way, but it's the space jumps are really precise. Afterwards, you just like ledge grab into this thing. Nothing interesting. Ledge grab in here. In this room, we're trying to avoid the black pirates. This is not hard because they are very consistent in their actions. This first one is always gonna jump up onto this ledge, so you just keep going and he misses you. The second one is always gonna stop in front of you and try shooting you, so you jump over him. If you jump too early, he might be a bit more annoying, but try to jump late and he'll always stop and try to shoot you. So it's very consistent. Just run, and as Curry Master says, you jump over me, I jump over you. Nothing very interesting in this room. Getting hit by black pirates for some reason only does half the damage that getting hit by a red pirate does. I do not know why. Or wait, maybe, yeah, it does. Getting hit by a red pirate does about 50 damage. Getting hit by a black pirate does about 25. I don't know why. Black pirates are weird. So don't be too. It's not too scary. Their shots, they still do the same amount of damage, I'm pretty sure. And they just have more health. This room is nothing special. Don't shoot too much here. There's nothing to shoot, but if you're trying to like just do things, don't overdo it because this room is pretty laggy. Especially if the alarm's running and the pirates are coming in. It can lag quite a bit. More so in 100% because your beam goes farther, but it's still an issue in 100%, so try to make sure not to do random things here. Be very conservative. Fall down here like normal, nothing special. You can freeze this guy if you wish. It doesn't really help. You still have the space jump up here, so it's like you can't. This is still not a full jump, so kill him, like it doesn't really matter. Freeze him or kill him, it's whatever. Space jump, get up here. Freeze this guy for safety reasons. He doesn't technically have to be frozen. Exactly. I freeze him for safety reasons though. Fall down here. If you want to be extra fast, you can shoot a missile while falling here to activate the bot. Or if you want to conserve missiles, you can activate the bot by shooting your beam at it. It's a bit slower, but not by much. Like, not by much at all. After the bot is activated, just shoot missiles at a fairly calm pace. Don't like mash like crazy. Don't like do this, it's just gonna waste missiles. But do a like sort of calmish pace. Shooting it at a like mashy speed doesn't actually make it any faster. But it does waste more missiles, and you sort of need missiles for the end. Not too much, but it helps. You want to be only slightly below 30 missiles by here, like between 25 and 28 are good for missile count at this point. Between 25 and 30 is fine. Assuming you're using 50 missiles. You can shoot away this floor to gain more time to be faster. Be wary of these pirates. These pirates do not stay like these pirates do not like staying in consistent positions. So they might be on the right side of the room, they might be on the left side of the room, they might be up climbing on walls here, they might be standing in the doorway, whatever they do, like whatever they want. I like shooting my beam straight down here to make sure if anyone is right below me that they die, and then shoot left. Most of the cases, if the alarm is not running, they're gonna be standing like this, both standing in here, and you can freeze them as a platform, but it's not 100% consistent. There are, like I said, there are sort of rebels and do whatever they want. But that's fairly consistent, that you should, like, this happens most of the time. But no matter what, you like, just want to space jump up into this room anyway. In this room, try to just freeze all the pirates. Mostly again for safety reasons. I don't think you have to actually freeze anyone except this guy. This final guy is the only one that will bother you if you do not stop him. But I freeze everything anyway. After you freeze this guy, remember to hold the beam, like to start charging. Because in this room you want to have a charge beam ready to kill this guy. So start charging already. Then like release it during the door to guaranteed kill that pirate. If you don't use a charge beam, you might not kill him fast enough. Like you're almost guaranteed to not kill him fast enough, and then we have pirates coming in from behind, which is super annoying. Then we just go in here and bomb every block. It's pretty slow, but like it's the best we can do with our current equipment. Here though we can do a couple of things, because technically only every other block is a bomb block. Like every other block is a bomb block and every other block is a shootable block. So we can actually shoot a couple of these blocks. So unmorph, shoot, bomb, shoot. You can do this up to 3 times, but doing the third time is really shady. It's super hard to actually save time doing that. You have to be really optimal. So I would suggest only doing it 2 times. Like so, to save time. You can also just keep bombing like you usually do it. It's like a second slower, I think. Maybe not even. It's only a small time save anyway. Yeah. Unmorph into this room. Remember to charge your beam here. This is super important. This room is not very kind if you don't know what you're doing. This pirate will fuck you up. I mean, I guess that works too. If you have a normal beam, you can just face him. But the very specific way to deal with this room, like if you're trying to do this room normally, it's gonna turn into super awkward. So what you do is you run up, like sort of up this slope, a bit up this, then do a single space jump, space jump, and freeze this guy. If you have a charge beam, which you should, you can kill him, which is better and like more consistent. Freezing him works though. Then keep running to the right. And then a pirate comes running in through the door. He is going to jump over you and maybe die. He might die too, like this pirate might shoot him. That doesn't change anything though, like no matter what, you just wait for him to jump and you jump up yourself. And then you skip all the other pirates in this room. Like I said, trying to do this room normally is super scary and these pirates will gang up on you really quickly, so make sure you have this down pat. Oops, no, don't freeze him. Let's keep jumping. This room is nothing special. You want to kill this bamboo with use two missiles. This is like killing a side operating crate, pretty much. It might be a bit tighter even. I think it's the same. I think it's the same as shooting a side operating crate. If you don't feel you can do that, you're gonna have the damage boost because there's no like you might take a few hits. It's not good. I would just kill it anyway. It's possible to use charge beam to make it go out of your way, but the timing is rough, and I haven't really tried it too much, but I know it's possible to make a charge beam that just lures the bamboo out of the way. But it's a bit hard to do that consistently, like the timing is pretty specific. So it's better to just shoot missiles. 2 missiles, kills it every time. Kill that pirate, kill this pirate, and start charging your beam. Try to jump up on the right side of this room. Jumping up on the left side might cause lag because you'll have more visible pirates. It's not really as visible on emulator. It happens on emulator as well. There's more lag on the left side than it is on the right. But it's less visible. It's more visible on actual console. This is one of the pretty few rooms where emulator has less lag. It happens sometimes, but it's pretty rare. Most of the lag in this game comes from having too many pirates on screen. There is very little lag elsewhere, but specifically in Mothership, if there are a lot of pirates on screen at the same time, it might start lagging. So try to space jump up on the right side. Charge your beam, jump over this guy, hit this guy as he will either jump up on the wall or he will stand here and try to shoot. He will be either in either of these two positions every time. It depends on how fast you are going through this. Like he might be down there. If you're really fast, he might just be standing down here. But it's a bit hard to happen consistently. Most of the time it's gonna be jumping up on the wall. Just shoot him with your charge beam right away. Like that time he stopped. So either of those two are gonna happen depending on how you move. Keep charging your charge beam. Go up, kill these two pirates with the beam. Try to grab the ledge after killing them. It's a bit tricky. I think it's a bit tricky. But try to do that without taking damage. If you don't, you can just shoot and respin and space jump up again. It's not a big deal, but grabbing the ledge is faster, so try to do that. Then start charging your beam a third time. Don't kill this guy, just try and do. You start charging your beam again, run over to the right, jump up, kill this guy. There are fireworks in the background, I apologize. Jump up, shoot him, and then go down here. Try to keep the alarm still running when you're exiting this room. I might as well show you now that if you don't have the alarm running, this pirate is gonna stand right in your face as you go out. If the alarm is running, he is not, which is very useful. Oops, screwed up. These guys with their fireworks. I'm recording sort of at on New Year's Day, so there's gonna be bound to be a couple of people being late on their fireworks. I really tried to avoid it, but apparently I didn't quite do so. I apologize. But anyway, so hit this guy, charge beam, hit this guy, morph here, enter this room morphed, and again, try to keep the alarm still running, so don't kill every pirate. If you kill every pirate, the alarm shuts off, and we don't want that. We want the alarm to still be running. Going in here, and this guy is all the way to the left for some reason. Like, the alarm changes pirate behavior, so he's in a better position for you. That's what we want. That's why we want the alarm. Stupid fireworks. Anyway, getting in here, we want to get up on this platform. You can do that either by unmorphing and jumping up like it did, like so, or you can spring ball straight up, or you can something easier to do is you can spring ball to the right as soon as you exit the tunnel. This makes it less precise because you might run too far otherwise, or not far enough and be like stuck. But if you go to the right, you can go a bit farther than you think, like a frame or two longer than you would expect, and just like more spring ball to the right and then unmorph once you're above the platform. Either space jump or ledge grab up here. It's not a big deal. Whatever you do is fine. This pirate might decide to shoot diagonally downwards, which is cool because that means you can run all the way. If he decides to shoot straight, you're gonna have to dodge the shot, which is like whatever. It's an extra jump, but it does waste a bit of time. So try to grab a hold of this ledge and get up here and plant a bomb right away. There's some bomb blocks in the way here. And then freeze these guys. This is mostly because they're gonna be jumping around at this door, and it's really hard to get past them both without taking damage unless we freeze them. So freezing them is the way to go. Then jump into this door. Once here, turn around and kill this pirate. If we don't, there is a gate on the other side of like this tunnel that's gonna remain open until the alarm shuts off, which is like 8 seconds. I mean, a lot of time will pass from us just getting over there, but it will still be standing there for a couple of seconds. So just kill this guy. You can use a charge beam if you think about having a charge beam. Like if you have a charge beam here, you can wait for him to open the door for you, which he does after a while, and then just shoot one charge beam. That should be faster, but it's a bit harder to time, and if you miss it, you're gonna have to like return or whatever. But it's very likely. It's still a good idea to use charge beam. It's faster. So. Yeah. Then you jump up on this block. These are power bomb blocks, and you're supposed to go grab power bombs before going in here, but it's definitely not necessary. There's a hidden path up in the ceiling here. So if you destroy this block, you can't reach this. You have to space jump up into this hole, which is like space jumping into a one block hole is pretty annoying. So try to avoid that. Try to like jump up on this block instead. Just straight jump up there. It's a way easier. A thing we can do here is that there are a bunch of blocks over here, and we have to bomb. They're not technically bomb blocks, but we don't really have another option, except that we do. But every bomb is approximately a second, like slightly less than a second to place. So you can shoot 2 normal missiles here. Like you can shoot one missile is easy to get. Getting 2 is a bit hard. it's a bit tight. You have to morph pretty quickly after shooting the missile to get it. Like if you just shoot here, you're not gonna hit anything. So you have to morph and move after the missile after you shot them. You can get 2. I don't think it's possible to get 3 to hit. I'm pretty sure getting 3 to hit is impossible, so 2 is the best you can hope for to save a bit of time. Nothing special in this room, just keep running, get speed booster, use speed booster to break this block, like just jump into this block and then let's grab into this. Take a momentary pause while you prepare to fight Mecha. Plan a bomb here, already here, to break this block so you don't have to like wait while you're down here. So like after 3 breaks, 2, 3 down here, you plant the bomb. You can spring ball or normal jump up here. If you don't break this boost, like it's not a speed booster block, you can just shoot the block, but breaking it with speed booster is more efficient. But like if you miss it, you can just shoot it open. Either jump up normally, preferably with a straight jump if you're going to do that, or spring ball up. It's whatever. Switch to supers and hang on and wait for Mecha. There's nothing you can do to speed this up, we just have to wait for Mecha to slowly crawl in. Mecha is an annoying boss fight. It takes, in theory, it takes 5 supers and 3 normal missiles to kill, but there's no way for us to have like 5 supers, so we just grab 6. So the plan is to hit him with 6 supers right off the bat. This is a bit hard though because he has a claw attack. First of all, he has his neck. If you just stand there, his neck, like the weak spot is this glass thing. This is the only thing on his entire body that you can hit. And as it stands now, his neck is like in the way. So if you try to shoot him, you're gonna think on the neck. Oh, I'm getting a good pattern, of course. So what you might want to do is jump. Like if you jump, he raises his head, which is useful. You can start shooting at him. But that's what happens if you try to be too fast. He'll swipe. And his swiping will like knock away your supers. And thinking a super is sort of a problem. Also, hitting him is not entirely trivial. You have to like, well, that was perfect. He sometimes does other things. He can do a number of things. He can do nothing, or he can swipe, or he can do fireballs, or he can. I don't think he can do missiles first on his first attack. I'm not sure. He has a missile attack as well, but he can do. After you like started to break the glass, he has a laser attack. He shoots laser with his eyes. This should never be relevant. He should die before this. He dies before he has a chance to use that attack. The main problem here is that in order to be safe with this, you need to wait for him to swipe. It is possible that he'll be waiting and doing nothing for long enough for you to like just shoot supers in his face, shoot supers into him until he dies. But it's pretty rare. Like that happens, you get all the supers right away. But I wouldn't bank on that. It's pretty risky. Like it gave me really different patterns. I'm getting pretty lucky now, but if you end up tanking a super, you need to use normal missiles on him. So, like, oh, I think the super, and it's still only 3 normal missiles, so it's not that big of a deal, but still. If you might think more than 1 super if you're not reacting fast enough. The safest way to do this is to just crouch If you're standing, he'll hit you with a swipe, but if you're crouching, he won't. So you just stay there crouching until he swipes. That was fairly fast. He can sit there for a long time and be like really, really trolly. If you want to wait. So I mean that's the safest way, but it's also like this happens. It's like it's not completely uncalled for to just go for it. But be prepared that he might swipe and like think at least one, maybe even two supers from you, which is super annoying when it happens. But if you do, still remember that you need to like jump to make him raise his head a tiny bit. You might do that too, like an asshole. Like this is a bad fight. This is really bad because I need missiles later on. Wow, okay, still not dead. Still not dead. Please die. Okay, that was see. So this is what we could happen if we YOLO too much. That was an okay save, but still, it would have been faster to just wait for him to swipe in this case. It's all really like annoying. If you wait for him to swipe, you don't have to raise his head manually. He'll automatically raise his head to the highest point when he swipes. If he swipes sort of quickly, there is no way, like he is completely open. He cannot do another action quickly enough until you kill him. As long as you're fast enough with the supers. Like, he can start doing random shit that'll think your missile, think your supers. So, again, that's everything. We have talked about manipulating him into doing his swipe more often, but it's like super, we don't have anything conclusive. There's been talk that like jumping in front of his face makes him more likely to use swipe. But we don't have any real solid evidence about that, except, like, I don't know. There's talk about jumping up in the corner makes him swipe more. We don't know. Like, doing all these things changes his behavior. What he does depends on Samus's position a lot, but I don't think there's anything that's more likely than other things to do swipe. Which just, like, it makes the fight really annoying. But again, really, either you go for it completely and get wrecked when you think 3 supers on him and have to use like 15 normal missiles. And now have no missiles left to move the work bot at the end. Or you wait. Or you wait and you sit here for a good 8 seconds until it decides to just use missiles and never swipe anyway. So it's sort of a pick your poison kind of deal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I would suggest that waiting for the swipe is the safest, but I can't give any guarantees. But anyway, after he's dead... Oh, great. No, I wanna have a real fight. See, he's being such an asshole. See if you can get a fast fight. So whatever, we'll take a fast fight. After he's dead, he will always drop only health. These are special health drops that only come from this fight. They are like, it looks like there's a ton of health drops, but they're not that many. Every drop is like 3 sprites to make it look like there's like 1 million health. This will more than fill your entire health bar in any percent. It will fill like half of 100% or something. It's a lot of health, but it's not as many as it looks like. But he will always exclusively drop health every time. There's no way around that. He does that always. And then he'll activate self-destruct. There is a way, once self-destruct activated, to plant a bomb. Let's see if I can get this. No, that was way too early. There, to open the door. This is marginally faster, like 59.69 versus 59.72. So it's like one. If you unmorph better than I did, it's like 2 or 3 frames faster than just opening the door normally. But it's a bit tricky to get the bomb timing right. But it's possible to like plan a bomb perfectly to open the door. The easier solution though is to just like have a beam charged, start running into the door, and once this message pops up, you just hold left, release your shot, and start holding left, and Samus will automatically open the door whenever the message is dismissed. That's the easier part. This room, jump up, hit this block, fall down, unmorph, shoot this, morph again really quickly, like as quickly as possible, in order to like not fall down these crumble blocks. Keep going to the left, you're gonna get speed booster here before any of these pirates hit you. There is a way. I haven't practiced this, I just know it's possible to like hit these 2 blocks with your speed booster. I don't know the exact timing. Oops. I don't know how to time this. Like there's a way, I know there's a way. Like this? Yeah, okay. So you can hit at least the first block with with a speed booster if you do the jump correctly. And then during the door, you like hold up in order to go into straight jump. This makes your hitbox bigger and lets you break that block. It's all very precise. I wouldn't like maybe learn this if you want to. If you do, you want to have a charge beam ready to release. Let's see if I can get this once, like the proper strat. So the proper strat is to have a charge beam, jump, and then like hold up, release, shot. It's a really specific position. Maybe? No. I got it once. Hard. And you can get up there and like shoot another shot and grab this ledge. If you can practice that and like get good enough at that, that's good. That like sure, go ahead. It does save time, but it's I think it's like you can do that to get up here fast, but it's like the spacing is really precise, but it works. So if you can learn that fast to you can do that. I'm going to not do that generally because I can't do it. But normally you just want to go in here, shoot 2 shots straight up, jump up, shoot another shot, grab the ledge. From here, this is the same. Like no matter how you get to this ledge, it's the same. You want to, you can either just go up here and start planting bombs. This is the slowest way, but the easiest way. You can start doing this. This is hard. And we like just ledge hop straight up and then try to grab the ledge again. It's hard to do this properly because if you start aiming up like this and you press jump, it's just gonna fall down. It's super annoying. You can also like ledge hop away, like to jump to the right. This makes it even if you guess like this, if you press right and jump, you can still jump normally. So you can do that. That's what I did. That's why I know Sam the Digital does that too. You can also jump from the ground and try to get, like you can get 2 shots per jump this way. It's a bit tight there. You can do that. That's roughly the same speed as doing ledge hops. I think this is slightly harder, but I mean other people don't. I think Mobius Man does this. Maybe ZX, I'm not sure. I don't remember what ZX does. This is absolutely viable if you feel you can get double shots consistently. This is absolutely just as viable as ledge hopping. I cannot get double shots efficiently. So I prefer doing this. Hit all the blocks. But again, this is fine as long as you're hitting things. So whatever you do, you just hit all the blocks, and then you ledge hop up. Go way to the right. Here I do try to get doubles because it's lower, so it's easier. So like just shoot away all these blocks before going up there. Preferably in 2 jumps, like you want to do 2 jumps and get 2 shots per jump, and then grab the ledge. Like that's perfect. Going back here, this is still blocked by power bomb blocks. The hidden path is on the second up arrow from the left. So just like aim for this arrow. It's really easy to hit. It's really easy to keep track of where it is. You can either spring ball up here and then grab the ledge, or you can unmorph and just grab the ledge normally. The problem with spring balling is that if you try to unmorph too late, nothing will happen. Like if you're trying to unmorph too close to the ceiling, she doesn't do anything. So it's a bit, the timing is a bit more precise on the actual unmorph. But it should be, like in theory, it should be a few frames faster to do the spring ball up here. Falling down here, you are not going to clear this block. Like no matter what you do, you're not clearing this block. So I like to shoot it. It's a tiny thing. This is really disorienting because of the camera. It's a really tiny thing, but I like to shoot this block, so I don't have to land multiple times. Landing is really slow, as we know. But it's a minor thing, so you don't have to do that if you don't feel like it. Plant a bomb, go down, fall down here. None of these pirates are hitting you. Like, this pirate might hit you if you're planting your bomb poorly, but otherwise just run. Fall down, like go to the right here, right mouse, morph before you land, get up. Kill this pirate because he might hit you. If you want to be really fancy, you can like try and freeze him on the slope if he's there. I don't know if I can get him to be here. Like if he's close to the slope and you freeze him, you can just run through him. It's a bit hard to make consistent though. It should save a frame or 2 maybe, but it more so looks fancy. But either way, get through here, kill this guy, kill this guy. This is more important charging your beam here than on the guy before was not that important. But here it's pretty useful to kill this guy in one go. Otherwise you have to like, shoot a couple of times and you're gonna stop. But this kills him in one go. Keep charging your beam. Right now I didn't need it, but these guys do not usually cooperate. Like that time the one pirate stayed up there and started shooting, and then if one of them stays, you want to shoot the second guy with the charge beam. If both of them jump to the wall, that's fine, just wait for them to jump. Like it all depends. Again, it all depends on your position and your movement, but it's very hard to manipulate them consistently, so it's better to just react to what they're doing. It's also not uncommon for the second pirate to jump back onto the right wall, in which case we also want to like just charge beam him. In any situation where he doesn't jump to the left, you want to just kill him with the charge beam. You don't have to open this door. Like keep in mind that all doors during escape are already open. Not okay. This door during the escape is already open. Actually, not all doors are. Please. But this one is like you can just morph weirdly. You springball here. Hope to God that these bombs aren't hitting you. It's not that big of a deal since you got the health refill from Mecha, and none of the pirates should be hitting you at all, so you should be fine on health. But it might get scary for black pirates, and them hitting you slows you down anyway. There's nothing you can do about it though. You just have to pray that they don't decide to shoot into this tunnel and stuff. Once you get over here, like unmorph, jump, and shoot up, or unmorph, just shoot up, whatever. I like jumping because it's slightly faster. Maybe jump up, maybe don't. It depends on how far along the pirate is. If he's really far along, you want to shoot him. Maybe not. Like it all depends. But like handle this pirate, get in here. Start charging your beam. You can start charging right here in the transition, or after jumping even. I think you can start charging even here. Okay, you can. But start charging in the door. And then like fall down, do one space jump. Kill this guy or like get damage boosted from him. If you hit him correctly, he'll damage boost you into here. Or you can just like shoot him with a shark beam. Both work. And this is where the infamous escape shine break even happens. The casual way is just go through here again with the super slow. We open this secret passage up here, up to this work bot, and I haven't done the research. Like if you have supers, you can knock him all the way to the right, which is faster. But if you have normals, if you have normal missiles, I'm pretty sure it's not faster to do that. But we want to knock him to the left instead. So you run up to him, maybe shoot a missile here, whatever, to activate him faster. Run up, jump over, and like use all your missiles. You don't need missiles after this. This is the last thing you need missiles for. So just like assuming you have a bunch, like I have 20, which is more than fine. If you have like 15, you might want to slow down a tiny bit. But just mash and getting past these blocks. This is the cutoff point for when. This is the cutoff point I use for where I want to stand and actually still get a speed booster. Like halfway across this block. What we're trying to do is just run and build a speed booster and get through these blocks. We are going to do a shine break here though. I don't think we do a shine break anywhere else in 90%, so I can't remember if I already explained this, but I'm gonna explain it again. I'm gonna explain it now anyway, regardless of if I've already done so or not. A shine break is breaking a speed booster block and charging a shine spark at the same time. I'll show it off in a second. So when I push this guy to the left, shoot away these blocks. This makes him stop here. This makes him stop here on the left. That's important. If you don't shoot away these blocks and just start running and you fail your shine break, he'll have move to the right and it'll be like over here and you have to push him all the way to the left again. Which is annoying. So just as a safety precaution, like shoot away at least one of these blocks and he'll stop there. Did I not? I didn't. Yeah. I thought I saved. So get him all the way to the left, shoot a block. I mean this is fine too, we won't get over there for it. So shooting either of the blocks is fine. Then stand about here, start running, and try to get, see if I can get this without pulse buffering first. I usually pulse buffer this. That's what I want to get. If I show it, it might make more sense if I show in frame advance. So what you're trying to do is to hit the block. Like this block breaks pretty early on from the speed booster. You still have all of this block to run on, so you can even run a few frames extra, or like one. I think this is a 3 or 4 frame window, but I don't remember exactly. It sort of depends on your subpixel position a bit. I'm not good at doing this without pulse buffering. Crap. Tired. Shine breaks are annoying. So that's what we want to happen. I usually pause buffer this by like, you just go here and think this is okay. I think I'm gonna press down now. I pause and you verify during the pausing fade out that you broke the block. And if you broke the block, you just hold down and you'll be fine. As long as you pause buffer correctly. If you pause buffer too late, and like, oh, okay, this still won't make it, so whatever. But at least you tried. Like at least you didn't do it too early. Breaking the block is still okay. The worst thing you can do is like not even break the block. Like, dude, that is horrible. This is a big problem. But the best thing to do is to get the shine break, like so. Then we fall down, kill the pirate, and shine spark to the right. If you don't get the shine break, like if you miss your pause buffer or whatever, like oh crap, kill the pirate. Make sure to kill the pirate first because he's gonna be really annoying otherwise. Then we run back and then like we get another shine spark. But do the same thing. If you want to be really fancy, and if you miss this, you can still kill the pirate, but you can do a tiny shine spark back to the right. It's hard to get it. I think this is too high. No, okay. It's hard to get this height right, because that should be good. So there's a tiny slope here, but it's if you do a shine spark from the ground, it's not gonna hit the slope. So you have to do like a tiny jump, like a 1 block jump, to hit it. But that's faster than running back. You can also do a ball spark here, but because of how slow ball sparks are, it's not actually faster than just grabbing a new one normally. The safest way is just to turn around and get a new shine spark. But anyway, we go through here. No matter how you go to shine spark, you want to be shine sparking through this door to the right, and then like charge a new one on this slope. This spark is super important. If you miss your spark after this, there is no retrying. You cannot try this again. You have a one shot at this spark after going through this door. So spark, get up, jump up. Don't do that. For example, avoid the pirate. If the pirate hits you, you're gonna lose your shine spark. You can freeze him. If you're really unsure, you can freeze him and then jump up there. And then like charge an extra time or whatever. That's still like there's still enough time for that, but you want to avoid the pirate in general. It's faster. You just have to like hug the right wall and you'll be fine. You can't make this jump like stop shooting me from the ground here. You can make that jump. You have to run up the slope a tiny bit, like almost pretty much to the top of the slope before you can make this jump normally. Otherwise, you can space jump up here. And space jumping here is there are still explosions happening, still fireworks. Space jumping up here is actually faster than jumping and running all the way over and jumping, but it's a bit more tricky. And we don't want tricky things for this shine spark because it's actually really important. So over you can recharge here if you need to, and then try to ball spark like right next to the door. Like the end result of this is to have a ball spark at this height. So you need to be at the like slightly elevated ground above the door, and you'll ball spark all the way over here. That's the end result. This saves about 20 seconds over over like going the route normally. So So we absolutely want this. But there are still a few ways to do this. Like, that's the fastest way, but it's a bit tight. Not because of that. It's a bit hard to actually do this movement well enough to get up there in order to do the Shine Spark. So most players just recharge once, recharge here instead. It's a bit slower, but it's way more consistent. But like I said, if you're scared of the fighter, you can freeze him and recharge here instead. If you still have time to get up here, maybe if you're really worried about the Shine Spark, you can recharge on like every slope. Do that if you're really unsure. If you for some reason don't have high jump, you really should have high jump, but just for the sake of completion, if you don't have high jump, you can go into this room and do a normal spark a bit lower. There are like clearly enough speed blocks to get it through here. That's not a problem. You won't get through this tunnel though, but I mean this is still way faster than going the normal way. There is also a way that is really risky. Let's see if I can get this. This is the absolute fastest way to do this, in theory. You can space boost through here. I haven't done this in like forever, so I'm making this way harder than it looks. It's not that hard. There's a lot of space. This isn't that hard, guys. I'm sorry. It's not easy. It's harder than the normal transport, but it's not hard. The hard part is that this only goes to here, and then you have to morph manually and roll through here. And because of that, it only saves like maybe a third of a second if you do it perfectly. If you do the morph at the end perfectly, which is why no one does this. It's not worth the extra risk. Like if you do like that, might have saved time. I'm not even sure that saved time. I think that saved a tiny bit of time, but it is really precise to actually make that faster. So I mean, do it at your own risk. If you miss any of these, you're gonna have to get up here and get through this escape normally. The biggest problem is this work bot, which you probably don't have enough missiles for anymore. So you're gonna have to wait for him to walk so slowly, and then go through it normally. That's why this trick is super important. Especially like if you ignore doing the trick, it's only I think like 10 seconds slower or whatever. It's not bad, but if you miss it, you're losing so much time because of like the setup, the additional setup and all the things. So yeah. But whatever, once you're through here, you want to kill the black pirate. I want to show something off first though, and that if you get here normally, like through this this door, you might want to stay here and bomb this pirate. They take 4 bombs to kill, so just like place 4 bombs. Just stop for a second and place 4 bombs before you go to kill the red pirate, because he's gonna be annoying otherwise. That's not really an option if you're Shine Sparking, or if you're ball sparking, you know. But once you've got them here, just unmorph right away, fall down. And we're not fighting these pirates normally because black pirates are hard, and we'd rather not fight them like fairly. Black pirates would kill a lot more runs than they already do if we had to fight them normally. There is like an AI glitch with the pirates that if they're hanging on this ledge and getting a shot, they will for some reason stop and just shoot to the left all the time. So if you jump down about here and just lure them, just activate the pirates and then jump straight back up and stand here and start shooting, they're just gonna die. For most intents and purposes, that is also faster than fighting them normally, because fighting them normally is harder. The important part here is that you want to be fast. Let's say I'm a little bit slow. You see how the pirate jumped off to the left? You're gonna have to wait for him to jump back up here, which takes a lot of time. It takes like a few seconds. So you want to kill the first pirate as quickly as you can. If you kill him fast enough, the other pirate gets up here in time. And if you did the Shine Spark, this red pirate is going to come at you about when you are like shooting the second pirate. You just have to turn around. This is like sort of hard to do this, going from aim down to turn around, shoot, and then aim down again. It's not completely trivial, but like it's pretty important because the red pirate is going to kill you. The red pirate is going to get you killed if you allow it. An alternative is to like just shoot 2 missiles into this tunnel, sort of when he's showing up, or one charge a beam and wait a second and ping. I don't know, I never do this, I don't know the timing, but if you wait here, you can totally kill the pirate. Like so. And then it's not a problem anymore, you just stand here and mash. So the only real problem doing this is one, getting the lure correctly. Like if you lure them the wrong way, it's not gonna work out. Like if they went up too fast and like whatever, it's a bit like. So the proper position is about this green thing. Like try to be at that green thing in the background, horizontally, and then just like. It's a bit weird. This position is sort of weird, but you want to be sort of here. And as soon as you would trigger them, which is like right below this ledge, I think. Like this ledge on the right, as soon as you get below that ledge, you start space jumping back up. And then you want to, in order to do this fast enough, you want to hit this charge beam, which is, it's a bit scary because if you stop shooting them here, they're gonna, Black Pirate's like gonna get up and wreck your shit. So it's a bit scary. This fight is not that hard now. If you consistently can get to the correct position where you're shooting. This position is not hard. All you have to do is hit them. There's like no magic position where like, oh, this glitch happens. The only thing with the AI glitch is that if they're getting hit while on this ledge, they're gonna start shooting for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but that totally happens. So after killing Black Pirates, all you have to do is go to the right, have a charge beam ready to kill this pirate because he's in here and he's going to be annoying. People have died to this pirate by forgetting he exists and taking that like 50 damage and that being the end of it. So remember to charge beam and then jump into the pod and we are done. That is Zero Mission any %. We did it. I'm gonna look at the end time here. I don't know how fast it is. It should be fairly fast. I think this is like sub 28 because this is practically a save state run. I've been trying to like just have the fastest strats make it through. But again, nothing I've said in this tutorial is final. It is not like objectively the fastest things to do necessarily. We don't know everything yet. Anything I've said might change in the future, but this has been my personal like bank of knowledge pretty much, and I consider myself one of the more knowledgeable people about this game. So this is all the useful strats. I missed a few. I know I realized after making a video I missed a few strats, but they were, if they were important enough to include, I made some sort of annotation in explaining them. But this includes pretty much everything I know about this game and category. Everything useful I know about this game and category at the point of recording. Like speedrunning changes all the time though, so like this might not even be the same like a few months from now, who knows? We might have changed the route completely. But this should be something. This is less so. I mean, if you watched all of this tutorial in one go, I'm really impressed. It's pretty long and it's pretty hard to like just absorb information for that long. It's more intended to be like an archive thing where people can point to specific rooms and be like, oh, this is how you do this room, or this is how you do this room. But I really hope someone gained from this. I personally gained just from like researching things in the tutorial. I found new things all the time. In almost every segment I found something new, just like doing research, making sure I knew everything there was to know about every part. But yeah. It's still time, but then we'll be done. More fireworks happening. I really tried to get this done where there wouldn't be any fireworks in the background, but like these go on too long. It's too hard to find like an hour and a half of time where no one's blowing up fireworks. Hey, 27:30. That is my actual. That's an amazing coincidence. That's my actual PB. That is my actual PB. I think. Or do I have 20? I have 27:15. Yeah, this is Eagle's PB, I think. No, Eagle got faster than this. This was Eagle's PB once upon a time. I forget. This is like 2 seconds faster than my personal best. So I obviously can't actually save this as a time. But that's cool to know that I'm. Oh yeah, my current PB is pretty close to what a save state run I would be. It's cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. Anyone who, if you really watched the entire thing, thank you so much for watching this. This took a lot of time out of my life to do, so I appreciate it. I hope this helped someone. It certainly helped me. I hope to see more guys speedrunning this game. It's a fun game. It needs more runners. Yeah, good luck, guys. I hope to see a bunch of sub 28s now.